All right. Hello, everybody. So, I'm gonna go through my usual morning routine, or I say usual, but it's more like sometimes when I have a good morning, I try to just do a little bit of thumbnail sketching in the morning. Just move this cup over here. So, usually in the morning when I have the time to do so, if I don't wake up too late, sometimes I end up doing like studies like these, which is like, for example, this is from Jonathan Djob. He has like a really nice usage of forms and shapes and playing around with the animals. So I was trying to see what he was doing, but yeah, sometimes I do studies like this, but other times, most of the time, I try to just like sketch a lot of thumbnails, in which keep moving the cup. A lot of thumbnails that I can then use in the future for different projects or posters or whichever thing that I decide to use it for. But yeah, and this is something different that I'm trying to explore, which is more like a note-taking field study where this, by the way, I'm most likely showing some photos now where you can see where this was. It was like a really beautiful field in the Netherlands called House, and there was this event called Offline Getaway where we got to really be in nature and fully be in the moment to to disconnect, and that was really nice, to be in this kind of flow state. And yeah, and here's like some other, okay, I will just put this down here because this is kind of not allowing me to, actually no, let's leave. Yeah, I'm still figuring this out, as you can see. Like, I'm trying to figure out this new camera angle. Maybe also the lighting might be a bit too, I hope the camera is straight, but yeah, because this is like from the same place, but these are like trying to apply some ideas with it. But yeah, because I used to actually draw a lot of landscapes in the past, and or at least it got me interested when I saw people like Albert Bierstadt, Noah Bradley, and there's I'm forgetting a lot of names because it's been a really long while since I studied any form of landscape. And yeah, it was really fun, like landscapes is a total different thing to explore. I remember there's also a friend of mine, Joey. He does really cool landscapes too, And yeah, so this is usually the study I do. Like as you can see here, for example, this is some thumbnails that I did, and I actually transformed this one, which you most likely see on the screen now, into like a full print. So if you're interested into that, hey, the link is up there. Definitely not trying to shameless plug myself here, but hey, this helps support the channel and things like that, and you get a cool work to place in your living room or something. And yeah, these are some other explorations. I kind of like started as a study from this artist called Timo Kuilder. He does really nice negative space kind of work. So I then use some of his work. Like here, I spilled some coffee, unfortunately. Like, it was a couple days ago this happened, like where I was trying to film. But anyway, let me just pick his book real quick so you can actually see his work. Well, let's just say the story is about his father, who has a bipolar disorder. And it's a really strong story. So, and he made a couple of illustrations to illustrate like what he kind of sees like in his father. So this was interesting to see his his illustrated work. And yeah, I've been following this guy for quite a while now. It's been quite inspiring to see like how he combines, like as I mentioned, negative space and things like that. So this like where I just pulled like some ideas and then play around with it with what I usually do, which is like more abstract things. And then the next day I then applied some of these ideas to something more, some of my own concepts for it. And today I just want to explore some more sketching process of thumbnailing. I don't know what I will sketch yet, because that's the beauty of this, is that I just allow it to happen. Yeah, so I will take you along with on the ride. So feel free to draw along while I sketch with you. Draw with a 6B. If you're hearing sounds in the background, that's something I can't really mute down. That's the life happening outside, so. But yeah, to kind of like already talk about what I'm doing here. So for example, here, lately I've been getting a lot of houseplants, so trying to then include some of that idea inside of the sketchings that I do. And then when I do the final drawing, I try to come up with, you know, I'm trying to come up with inclusion of things that are inside of my room, life, things like that. Because before I was just doing only abstract things, and I feel like it adds more life to these kind of sketches if I include not only, you know, keeping things too abstract, but adding more to it, like adding a little bit of context, you know, which is the reason why I've been starting to get into reading a bit more. That gives me generally a lot more ideas to implement into the sketching process, instead of always like, all right, let's just explore randomly, you know. Like if you have some form of ability to just like generally say, all right, you know what, I'm just gonna use the idea of nostalgia, for example, with some doodling, you know, and graphic, you know, graphic in the sense of geometric shapes or graphic design, you know, because that's the background I have, which is why I think a lot of the things I create now kind of looks like graphic design. And this adds like a whole different, you know, spice to the work, I feel. So yeah. You can see a little bit of my head probably in the video, but that's okay. I think I should use a different paper for you to see what I'm thinking as well. So these drawings that I do is I think about rectangle, triangle, circle, but I also use, so these are like the basic shapes that I use most of the time, but I also, like for example, this basic rectangle, like instead of seeing it only as a rectangle, I also try to think of it like, all right, so how can I cut it into pieces? So for example, here you have one shape out of the rectangle, right? And here out of the rectangle, you can also make like a half circle, right? So this is the way I learned to draw, or at least these are the basic principles. There's also, of course, S curve or C curve, and also straight line, you know? And there's, of course, triangle in a sense of like a half-cut square becomes a triangle, right? A half, yeah. And these are things I learned from Peter Han, you know? He has like basic principles of how to draw, and you learn a lot about these kind of concepts from his pages, but also there is this other one called drawabox.com. It's free, and you learn like these basic concepts. There's also like 3D cube, right? Well, yeah, this is something I will most likely cover in a different video, but so you can kind of get a context of what I'm thinking about when I draw. Like it's more automatic now. But yeah, let's go into, because I want to fill up this page inside of the video. So let's go into like a couple minutes of focus. Hmm. All right, this concludes my drawing session for today. I hope you also sketched something nice out of this little draw with me kind of video. And yeah, take care, and as always, continue shaping things up. Bye bye.